In this lesson, we'll take a look at basic components of an XML file, including declaration, tags, elements, attributes, and comments. The XML declaration is the first line in our XML document. It provides valuable information to the document parser. Parsing refers to going through an XML document to access or modify data. We can parse XML using a variety of scripting languages, including JavaScript. The XML declaration is optional but recommended. It contains important information, including the XML version and the encoding. If we didn't include the encoding, it would default to UTF-8. After the XML declaration, we have our tags. Similar to HTML markup, tags are bits of code between angled brackets and are used to define elements. The elements in an XML document are structured in the form of a tree. They start with a root element and branch out. Let's take a look at an example of this structure. Say we wanted to create an XML file with data relevant to movies sold at a Blockbuster store. Our tree structure would look something like this. Our root element would be Blockbuster. Beneath Blockbuster, we'd have an element, the movie. An element can also have an attribute, which you'll see in a moment. In this case, our attribute for the movie element will be the category. For example, action movies, comedy, horror. Any one of these values can be stored in the category. Underneath the movie element, we have a series of other elements. These are called child elements. The first we have is the title. The second is the producer for the movie. The third is the year. And the fourth is the price. These elements will contain some text data. An example of the data that would be contained in each one of these elements includes the following. The title can store Batman as a movie title. The producer, Michael. The year, 1951. And the price, $20. Let's take a look at the XML document for this structure. So here you can see we have the root element, Blockbuster, and inside that we have our movie element. The movie element contains the four child elements: the title, producer, year, and price. The movie element also contains an attribute, the category attribute, which in the first movie is set to action. We have multiple movie elements. Each movie element stores a different title, producer, year, and price. So as you can see, tags and data are stored together. The data contained within a tag is self-descriptive and easy to understand. Each opening element has a corresponding closing element. Similar to HTML, XML also allows for commenting within the code. Comments inside an XML file will not be parsed. To insert a comment, you would use this syntax. The angle brackets, starting with the exclamation mark and a double dash, and just insert the text inside, and then close the comment off. Now if we preview this file in our web browser, we can see this structure, and we can also see the comment, but keep in mind that it will not be parsed. And that's the basic structure of an XML file.